Everybody's journey with finding the feeling of abundance is a really personal one. And in this video, I'm gonna share my journey with you, and Zaina's gonna share hers as well. But I also wanna share another perspective from a kid. See, as it turns out, a really easy way that you can make your children feel overly abundant with love is just by showing up with a positive attitude.
All right, boys, there's 4 over there. You're holding on tight? Good job, boys.
It's fine in the box.
All right, boys. Let's get it. All right. All right, you gonna throw it with me? 1, 2, 3. Good job, dude. High five.
One of the most annoying things I found when Chad and I were really struggling and we had no money and we were essentially homeless because we were living in a bus traveling.
In this video, we want to go over how we're surviving in Hawaii on a budget of $500 a month.
Bet you never heard that sentence before.
Was listening to people be like, abundance is just a mindset. It felt so ridiculous because at the time I was like, abundance is like a shower and like these really tangible things. And of course, as you start to have more material abundance, it makes more sense why people talk about abundance being a feeling and how abundance is a place that all of us can access and go right now.
I certainly didn't just step into this garden. For years, I believed that success and abundance and this feeling of satisfaction with your life came from material possessions. I'm gonna feel that whenever I'm rich. I'm gonna feel that whenever I have the car and the house and all these things. And as I got older and I started to acquire those things, I realized that abundance really is a feeling that's personal to every single individual.
We know that the more you have has nothing to do with the happier you will be. And yet, I'm constantly being reminded of that, living on this land, growing this garden. It's like the simplest thing ever, literally pulling weeds, planting seeds, spending time with my family. It's the most abundant I have ever felt in my life. And for Chad, I think gardening is like really what lights him up. He's always loved to garden ever since I've known him. He's always like, I love food and I love seeing things grow. Like I love it, just like anyone. I think it's totally natural for humans to have an affinity for gardening, right? But Chad loves it on another level.
Watching plants grow brings me so much gratitude. I became addicted to growing plants, and when I couldn't grow plants outside, I just started growing plants inside. And that's what started my love affair with hydroponics. And now, even though I have this huge garden to grow in, I also still have this garden in my house. This is my indoor hydroponic garden.
Like he'll constantly be like, babe, come into my garden. Like, look at this little flower. Like, look at this little tentacle that shot up. And it's so cute. And I go and look and I'm like, yeah, that's so cool. But I don't quite feel it as deep as he does. And that's what's so beautiful about the feeling of abundance. It is so personal and so unique to everyone.
My realization that gardening and growing plants was what made me feel truly abundant, starting me down a path that was unshakable. You could not have stopped me from going down the path that I've been on for the past few years, where I started a YouTube channel just about hydroponic gardening, and I started all these indoor gardens. We started manifesting this land, this house, everything started falling in place and coming together to now be standing here in the middle of a 200-tree banana grove with a 2-acre insane garden that I'm getting ready to make behind me. All of that came into fruition only because I was honest with myself about what really made me feel abundant, what really made me feel like I was living my zeal. I want to tell you a little bit about what we're doing with this garden and the series that we're just now stepping into. So we are turning this huge area into a massive dream garden. We've dreamed about this garden for years. We've talked about it and manifested it through our actions over the past decade, and now we're finally here to plant some seeds. So here is an overview of the garden, aside from the huge banana grove that I'm standing in right now. And here's a rough sketch out of what we plan on doing. And here is what we currently have in the garden planted. So we clearly have a lot of work cut out for us. This is the beginning of a whole series on Living Zeal, where we're gonna be turning this land into an amazing natural companion style organic garden. Subscribe for that. Cannot wait for you guys to follow us on that journey. We're not just gonna be delivering a garden video showing you our progress on this garden, but each video is gonna be teamed alongside of a bit of a spiritual parallel where we get to share something that we've learned along our journey to bring even more depth to the story that we're currently getting to live out here on this beautiful land in Hawaii. So this week, we cleared this entire area of all the cane grass. First, I took the weed eater from hell to it, and then we went in and removed all of the roots for all the larger chunks of cane grass, and spent quite a few times getting dirty on our knees down here so we can get this whole area cleared out. Now we're gonna steep this area a little bit, and we're gonna plant corn, beans, and squash in little mounds that we're gonna make, otherwise known as the Three Sisters. We're gonna do a little variation called the Three Aunties, which is gonna be a Hawaiian variation of the Three Sisters. You'll have to subscribe for that video, because it's coming up pretty soon.
And for me, abundance really has more to do with family. I am a really big community-oriented person. Chad and I have had 3 kids rather quickly, maybe a little bit more quickly than we thought we would. We kind of just like got into this cycle of as soon as I was fertile again, we like got pregnant again 3 times in a row. And I'm realizing that I value community so much. Like on the property that we're on right now, there are 3 other families. All of them have kids. We refer to it as the mommune because it's basically just moms, partners, babies, everyone here to support each other. It's really, really beautiful.
Heaven on earth.
If you've enjoyed this video, remember, on Thursday, this Thursday, in 4 days from now Thursday, we're gonna be dropping a full-length episode for our podcast where we're gonna dive into this topic of this video, abundance being a feeling, abundance finding it in the most unexpected and small ways, where Chad and I are just gonna be talking about this for an hour plus, maybe doing a little bit of like therapy, counseling on one another, because that tends to be what happens in a podcasting space for the 2 of us. So make sure you tune in for that video, subscribe, leave a comment, and hopefully YouTube will notify you on Thursday when that video is out too. Hey, Gray. I feel like the best lessons are really found in nature. And one of the things I'm loving right now when it comes to gardening with my kids is that it gives us an opportunity to slow down and Grayson, sweetie. Oh, I can't see. Maybe this can be a B-roll shot. Feet, walking. The reality of somebody that hasn't filmed a YouTube video in 5 years. Chad's been filming YouTube videos the whole time. So he's probably gonna see this footage and be like, what? You don't have a gimbal, walking on the road, squinty eyes, the frame's all crazy, but this is the raw realness of it. It is actually my lack of practice and skill in filming, recording, creating content that has kept me silent and offline for so many years. I don't want to know all the things. I just want to show up organically, but I know that sometimes it makes things hard to watch, hard to digest. So that's why Chad's there to help glue it all together, make it interesting, make it palatable, and hopefully I'm here to be a little bit raw, a little bit messy, a little bit unfiltered.
I'm a baby. Oh, yeah, I'm a baby. Oh, yeah, I'm a baby. Oh, and it's raining. Oh, and it's raining. Oh, this is just for Mama and Chloe. Say hi, Ma. Say hi, Ma. Say hi.